Knowledge is the passport to the future. Tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for it today. Education is the most powerful weapon we can use to change the world. A very to one and all present here. It is with immense anticipation we welcome you all to the national webinar on managing personal finance and wealth creation. With the blessings of our founder chancellor, Colonel Dr. J.P.R. Sir, I would like to welcome the management and the participants to the national webinar. Also, I bid a cordial welcome to the key speaker of the day. We are very grateful to the eminent guests for accepting our invitation and marking their presence here. I now request Mrs. Pooja Sri Ma'am, Assistant Professor, School of Law, Satyabhama Institute of Science and Technology, to welcome the gathering.
Dear ma'am, good morning. Your voice is not audible, ma'am. Ma'am, please check your audio, ma'am. Please, ma'am.
Sorry. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You're audible, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Finance without strategy is just numbers, and strategy without finance is just dreaming. Said by E. February. A very good morning to present you. With the blessings of, on behalf of School of Law, Satyabhama Institute of Science and Technology, I would like to welcome you all with immense pleasure to this national webinar on managing personal finance and wealth creation. With your continuous efforts and will to do something for the society and move up towards a successful and fulfilling world, we all had the opportunity to be present here together. This informative webinar will not only guide us, but also educate us regarding a variety of this pertaining to finance and wealth creation. We all are surely grateful for this prospect. On behalf of School of Law, Satyabhama Institute of Science and Technology, firstly, I feel extremely privileged in welcoming the chief guest of the day, Mr. Suryakant Sharma, Senior Consultant, Association of Mutual Funds in India. Welcome, sir. Owing to sir's presence, I am sure the webinar will be an enlightening one to you all. I would also like to extend my warm welcome to the Dean School of Law, Professor Dr. Dilshad Sheikh Ma'am, and all the faculties of School of Law, and of course the student participants. All the vital aspects regarding the topic will be conveyed to you all, and I request all the participants to pay attention. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. I would like to call upon Mr. Murali Saira, second year BCom LLB Honors, to introduce the chief guest, Mr. Suryakant Sharma, Senior Consultant in AMFI and former DGM, SEBI.
Thank you, Ms. Vedashni. Sir is a commerce graduate and master's in law with specialization in corporate laws. He's also a chartered
Dear sir, please unmute your audio option, sir. Mr. Murali Sairam, sir, please unmute your audio option, please. I request 10 organizing committee members, please on video during the whole session, please. Murali Srirama, please unmute your audio option, please. Okay, sir. Continue, sir. Please.
Yeah. Sir is a commerce graduate and master's in law with specialization in corporate law. He's also a chartered associate of Indian Institute of Banking and Finance. Sir has over 35 years of experience in banking and finance and securities markets and has served in a leading financial institution. Thereafter, in Department of Financial Services, Ministry of Finance, Government of India, and finally in SEBI. Sir has joined the SEBI in 2003 and served there for more than 15 years. Has served in different departments of SEBI. Lastly, in addition to other assignments, he has DGM in charge of Office of Investor Awareness and Education in SEBI's Northern region for more than 5 years. Sir is also a member of working group of NCERT for developing vocational courses on mutual funds for students of class 9 and 12. Sir also mentored of a few NGOs working for financial literacy and investor awareness in the country. Under his supervision, more than 15,000 financial literacy and investor awareness programs were conducted across North India, and he himself has addressed as guest speaker in more than 600 IAPs. After superannuation of SEBI in 2019, he has joined Association of Mutual Funds in India and apex body of mutual funds in India as senior consultant.
Thank you, Mr. Murali Saira. I kindly request the chief guest, Mr. Suryakant Sharma, senior consultant in AMFI, to commence the session on managing personal finance and wealth creation.
Dear ma'am, please wait 1 minute, and within 1 minute, our keynote speaker join, ma'am. Please wait. Only because there is some technical issue from their side, and within 1 minute they join. Please.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Dear Priyadarshini, our keynote speaker joined the webinar. Please, I request 5 to 10 organizing committee members, please on their videos, please. Dr. Chetra and yeah, ma'am. Dear Suryakant Sharma, sir, please start, sir. Please, sir. Sir, please start, sir. Please. Suryakant Sharma, sir, please start, sir. Please.
Should I start?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Am I audible to all of you?
Yes, sir. You're audible, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Priyadarshini.
Thank you, sir.
And thank you to your principal and other authorities of the college for giving me opportunity to be with you, of course, through this platform only. But next time, I would love to be with you physically also, for physical program and physical interaction as well with your students and faculty members. I'm thankful that you have chosen the topic of personal finance management. And Priyadarshini, please permit me to take your name during my session again and again, because through you, I would be connecting with all the participants. So the purpose of this program is to share with you the importance of management of our personal finance. And my dear participants, we all know that money plays a very, very important role in our life. Am I right, Priyadarshini?
Yes, sir.
Money plays a very important role over life, and we need money. At every moment of life, rather, we need money. I'm in Delhi, and you must have read a lot of articles about air pollution in Delhi. So I need, even for fresh air, I have to purchase air purifier. I have to pay out money. That is why money is very, very important in our life. And Priyadarshini, you might be a student here. I don't know whether you are a student or faculty members.
I'm students.
Okay, okay. So your parents have to pay fees here. Your parents have to manage your affairs for your higher studies here. So money is very, very important in our life. Money plays very important role. And we all know the importance of money. We all know. I'm not sharing anything extraordinary here with regard to the importance of money, because we all know money is very important in our life. But how I can manage my money, that is most important thing. You will all have money in your life. Priyadarshini, you are a student today, but down the line, after 2-3 years, you are going to earn. Naturally, you might be going for some service, or might go in some profession, or might start some business, or whatever it may be. So you will all be earning. So you will be getting money. So money will be coming to you. So the main source of money for all of us, Priyadarshini, is what we earn. Maybe through service, maybe through business, maybe through profession, but we all will be earning. So that is the prime source or main source of money. We all know it. Priyadarshini might have seen her parents earning money through some business or some service or whatever it may be. So money you will be earning. This is one aspect of the money, Priyadarshini. Because we earn money, but what money will take care of our Chitra? Money will take care of our needs. Money will take care of our needs. So when you start earning, you will have a lot of expenses around. Groceries, travel, then lot of comfort, lot of other things. We will be spending money on it. But Priyadarshini, when you start earning, and you might have seen your parents as well, every Indian try to take away some money out of their income which they earn. Every Indian, including your parents, you might have seen them even. So the money which we don't spend out of our income, Priyadarshini and Chitra, it is called savings. The money which we don't spend out of our income, it is called savings. And please mind it, saving is the most important thing in financial management or personal finance management. Because without saving, Priyadarshini, you will not have anything for future. So we all save. We all save. It is nothing I'm new telling to all of you. So we all save, and you might not be aware, Chaitra, that Indians are still one of the best savers in the world, which conveys that every Indian family, may they be earning 10,000, maybe earning 10 lakhs or 10 crores. Every Indian family try to take away as much money as they can out of their regular income, which they don't spend. So saving is in our blood, Priyadarshini. In our blood. We Indians had this unique habit of saving as much as we can. Of course, your new generation have got a different philosophy nowadays, spending a lot of money, sometime on luxuries, sometime on a lot of things which might not be necessary in our life. But still, you will inculcate a habit of saving out of your regular income. So my dear participant, first thing you must understand that the basis of your prosperity or for your comfort in your life will come only through saving. So please do understand the importance of saving in our life. And start saving right from the first month, Chaitra, when you start earning. Right from first month. Of course, you might not be getting good salary at the beginning of your career. It might happen. But at the same time, whatever you earn, you must try to save as minimum as you can out of your income. May it be 500, maybe 1,000, may it be 5,000, depending on your income and your other obligations and way of living. So say, please do start saving in your life right from the day one when you start earning. This is the first lesson we must learn. Because only this saving is going to create wealth for us, is going to create comfort for us, and is going to create luxuries for us. So please don't belittle the importance of saving in our life. This is the first thing I want to tell you. Now, the second thing, Priyadarshini, that we all save, and you will of course definitely start saving when you start earning. But then what we do with the savings? What we do? Normally, Priyadarshini, can you tell me what we do with the savings? Which your parents you might have seen your parents saving some amount. What they do with the savings? They put their savings through a process into some assets or in financial instrument. Assets, because value of those assets might increase in future. With the expectation of increase in the value of the assets, they put their money into some assets, and at the same time, they put their money into some financial instrument, which will give you regular and periodical return in your life. So my dear young participants, I want to tell you that you have to save first. That is the prime thing you must do. But at the same time, you must not save and put the money idle, or put the money in your home in a cash form in a box, or just leave in your bank account. No, that is not required. That is not desirable from you. So whatever you save must be put into some assets or in some financial instrument which will generate income or return for you in future. And my dear young participants, the process of putting your savings into some assets or in financial instrument, Shailashri, it is called investment. It is called investment. So Priyadarshini, saving is the first step, investment is the second step. You should not only be a saver, but you also have to be an investor. Without saving, what you will invest? That is very natural. But then you save and don't invest. That is again itself is a defeating the basic purpose of saving. So the second thing I want to request all of you is, you should not only be a saver right from the first month when you start earning, you must also be an investor of your savings. And you might not be aware, but it is a fact of life that most of the middle class, salary class person who are in service particularly, and even in business or in a profession, we do save and we invest. So we are all investors as well. We are all investors. You will also be investor when you start earning. But you have to understand, Priyadarshini, the matrix of investment first. What is investment? And why we save and invest? Priyadarshini, can you give me the answer of my question? Why I should save? And why I should invest? Why I should not enjoy my money which I am earning today? What is the need of saving? Can you tell me something? Anything coming in your mind, Priyadarshini or Shailashri? Any thought in your mind?
So I think for the benefits of the future, sir.
To your?
For the benefits of the future, sir.
Absolutely, absolutely. You got it right. We feel strongly
To me,
that in future we will need lot of money, and whatever we'll be earning in future might not be sufficient to take care of all of our needs and desires and comfort and a good way of life. That is why we save today. That is why we sacrifice our present for future. That is why we save, because we all know that in future we will need huge money. Prasada sir will agree with me that the requirement of the money in our life will be huge, and requirement will not be at one occasion, Prasada sir. It will be at many occasions. We will need money in many occasions in our life. that we technically call milestones in our life. That is why we save money. And that is why we invest our savings. So we all have to be saver plus investors, and we all are investors. But Rajesh sir and Prasada sir, we all know, sir, that we are all savers and investors. But unfortunately, Sharma sir, you may or may not agree with me. Unfortunately, most of the middle class, salary class person like you and me, and even the young kids, we do save and we do invest. But despite our sincere efforts in saving and investment, Priyadarshini, most of the middle class, salary class person just remain money accumulators in their life. Sharma sir, we don't become wealth creators. That there are two different terms I am using here. Most of us just remain money accumulators. We don't become wealth creators. And Sharma sir, you might be well aware that for prosperity and wealth creation, we have to be wealth creator. We must not be money accumulators. We must not be money accumulators. We have to be wealth creators. And sir, unfortunately, we are not. So first, please, Priyadarshini, understand the difference between money accumulation and wealth creation. Then we can take it forward. And for that example, Sharma sir, kindly permit me to take your name in this example. Kindly permit me. And the example is very simple, Sharma sir, so that your students can understand what I want to convey to them. Example is of bank FD, bank fixed deposit. And Sharma sir, of course, you must have done bank FD, but your students might not have done bank FD, but their parents must have done it. So they must be aware about the basics of bank FD. Bank FD, bank fixed deposit, Priyadarshini, is nothing but giving or putting your money with the bank for a certain period. And for that period, bank give you some interest or income, whatever you call it. So suppose, Sharma sir, you have got 1 lakh rupees with you, and you go for a 1 year bank FD. And Sharma sir, you must be aware that nowadays the rate of interest on bank FD is hovering around 5.5% to 6%. So we take it 6%, suppose. Suppose Mr. Sharma sir goes for a bank 1 year FD for 1 year at the interest of 6%. After 1 year, I meet Mr. Sharma and just ask him casually, sir, what happened to your bank FD? Sharma sir is very happy. He is smiling. He says that Priyadarshini, he says that he has earned 6,000 rupees as bank interest. Am I right, sir? 6,000 rupees as bank interest income at interest rate is 6%. Yes, and he's happy. He's happy. But when I say, sir, you are not right, Sharma sir might got annoyed. He said, what is wrong with you? I am absolutely right. You can see my passbook. Bank has given me a bank credit interest of 6,000 rupees and bank has given me my money back. Sir, you are right, but you are not right. You are right, absolutely, because you got 6,000 rupees at bank interest income, sir. But you ignore two very important factors while analyzing return on your investment, and FD is also an investment, sir. You will agree with me. And what these factors are, Priyadarshini, the first and foremost factor, which we normally ignore, but very important factor while analyzing return on investment, sir, that is called inflation. Sir, it is called inflation. And sir, we all know what is inflation. Sharma sir, inflation is nothing but increase in the prices of goods, item or services over a period of time. Am I right, sir? Simply speaking, inflation is nothing but increase in the prices of goods, item or services over a period of time. So Sarma Sahab, last year when you had gone for bank FD, instead of bank FD, you could have purchased some items or goods from 1 lakh rupees. Sir, tell me very honestly, would you be able to get same item, same services or same goods after 1 year at 1 lakh rupees, sir? Would it be possible for you? No, it will not be possible. Why? Because of inflation, prices of those items have increased. And suppose, sir, the inflation rate has been 5% during this 1 year when you had FD. What does it mean simply, sir? It simply means that last year, whatever you could have purchased from 1 lakh rupees, sir, for the same item, same goods and same services, Sarma sir, you will have to pay after 1 year, not 1 lakh rupees, but 1 lakh 5,000 rupees because the inflation rate has been 5%. Am I right, sir? Now you see the proposition, sir, you are very happy when you got 6,000. But in reality, out of 6,000, 5,000 has been eaten by the inflation. My dear student, you must understand this very important factor. So out of 6,000, 5,000 has been eaten by the inflation. But still Sarma sir is very happy. He says, no problem, let 5,000 go. I still have 1,000 rupees out of 6,000 rupees. No, sir, there is another factor. That is, Government of India takes income tax and wealth capital gain tax on whatever we earn. And with regard to bank FD, the rules are very clear. Whatever you earn as bank interest, sir, you have to pay income tax as per your slab. The 10,000 exemption on bank interest, sir, Sharma sir, is available only for the savings bank account, not for the bank FD. Please understand it very carefully. So whatever you earn as bank FD interest, you will have to include that amount in your income tax, in your total income, and you will have to show it as your income, and you have to pay income tax as per your slab. And Sharma sir, per chance, suppose you are in 20% bracket of the income tax, which means that you will have to pay 20% income tax on bank interest income of 6,000 as well. And 20% of 6,000, Sharma sir, comes around 1,200 rupees. So you have to pay 1,200 rupees as income tax as well. And Sharma sir, in my times, there used to be a time when people would hardly pay income tax on such income, because we were well aware that nobody from the income tax department is aware about this of my income. But Sharma sir, nowadays, because of technology, because of digitalization, because of integration, your all such information is available with the income tax department automatically. You can also see and visit the website of income tax, and you can also see that whatever you have earned is available with the income tax department. So you can't ignore, now you can't avoid. You have to pay tax on 6,000 as well. And if you are in 20% bracket, sir, 1,200 rupees you will have to pay income tax as well. Now see, Sharma sir, you are very happy when you earn 6,000 rupees. But in reality, out of 6,000, 5,000 has been eaten by the inflation. And 1,200 rupees you have paid as income tax. Did you get anything, sir? No. Out of 6,000, 5,000 has been eaten by the inflation. 1,200 you have paid as income tax. You got nothing in reality. 6,000 which you earn as bank interest income, Sharma sir, was your notional income only. It was no real return at all. There was no real return at all. 6,000 was your notional income. And if our investments are like this only, where we earn only notional income and no real return, then we are sheer money accumulators. And my dear friends, my dear students, please do understand, real return is the success is the key of success for your well-being and wealth creation. So you have to earn some real return on your investments, and you must not be satisfied with the notional return. And what is the real return? I again repeat, real return equal to notional return minus inflation minus tax liability. If anything remains after that, that is only going to create wealth for you. And in this scenario, my dear participant, there is no real return. Rather, 200 rupees has gone out of your pocket. Suppose I take this example forward, and supposing that the interest rate is 8% on bank FD. In that scenario, Sarma sir, you will get 8,000 rupees as bank interest income. Again, suppose we keep inflation at 5%. So out of 8,000, 5,000 will be eaten by the inflation. Again, 20% income tax on 8,000, that is 1,600 you have to pay as income tax. So out of 8,000, 5,000 has been paid as has been eaten by the inflation, and you have paid 1,600 as bank interest income as income tax. But even after that, sir, there remains 1,400. 8,000 minus 5,000 minus 1,600. There remain 1,400. And my dear participants, this 1,400 is your real return. And please, I again repeat with emphasis, unless and until you earn some real return, Chaitra, on your investments, the purpose of saving and investment will not be accomplished. Please understand it very carefully. So you have to make it a point that you must earn some real return on your all investments, because only real return is going to create wealth for you. Do understand it very carefully. So we all try, and so particularly your student must try to earn some real return on your investments. You must try. Then, Chaitra, what happens? Why most of the middle class, salary class person, even you, including your parents, are not able to earn real return on their investment? What is the reason? What is the reason?
Yes, sir, because of they are not able to save much of the.
No, saving they are doing. Saving they are doing, investment
Yes,
they are making. But even after saving an investment, they are not able to earn real return. What is the reason? Yes, the reason is there, Chaitra ma'am. And reason not outside somewhere, it lies in our minds. And what is the reason? Reason is very simple but very deep rooted. Most of the middle class, salary class person don't want to take any risk in their investment. No, Baba, no. Don't talk about any risk. We want to have some safe investment. This normally people tell. Normally when we talk about the investment, they will say, Arey Baba, don't talk about some risk. We don't want to take any risk. Tell us something about safe investment. This is normal behavior of a middle class, salary class Indian. So they don't want to take a risk. This is their mindset. And Chaitra, most of them say, it is not our domain. Risk taking is the domain of businessmen. Risk taking is the domain of professionals, of startup chaps. No, this is a wrong thinking, and we have to change that thinking as well. I want to request all young participants, your students, you must change that thinking, because Chaitra, you may or may not agree with me, but the fact of the life is most of the investments have got risk, whether you agree it or not. Most of the investments, except some governmental small saving scheme, most of the investments have got risk. So we should not be shy away from risk. Rather, we should understand risk. That is more important. That we should understand what is risk, what risk is. And risk is just simply fear of losing some money. Am I right? What is risk? Risk is a fear in our mind that I might lose my money. I might not get anything on my investment. That is a normal thing. But my dear participants, my dear young participants, Shailashri, I want to tell all of you, risk is an integral part of investment. Most of the investment product, Chetra, has got risk. Most of the investment products have got. So you have to accept it. Please do accept that in investment, risk is there. Of course, degree of risk might vary from high to low to moderate, all this from product to product. But in most of the products, Chetra, risk is there. So please accept that risk is there in the investment. Because once you accept, then Chetra, there is a possibility, then you will work out something, how to manage my risk. Because once you accept that risk is there, then you will definitely work hard to manage how I can manage my risk. Definitely, everybody will try that I should manage my risk. I should minimize my risk. Yes, my dear friends, risk is there. Please accept it. Chetra, Priyadarshini, Shailashri, and all young participants, please understand that risk is there, but at the same time, you can manage your risk, Chetra. You can minimize your risk. How it can be done? Shailashri, I am just sharing a very small formula with all of you. Very small two-word formula. If you want to note it down, you please note it down. Formula is very simple. Priyadarshini might laugh at me. Sir, what you are talking, there is very simple things you are talking to us. But simple things make your life comfortable and easier. Shailashri, please do understand. Don't complicate your life. Try to make your life as simple as you can. So, yes, you can manage your risk. How? Please note it down. Two-word formula. And the formula is think, understand, and invest. Shailashri, I have used only two words. Think, understand, and invest. The first word I have used is think. What I have to think? Two things I have to think about myself. I have to think two things about myself. What is first thing, Shailashri? What is my risk appetite? How much risk I can take? And you must understand, Priyadarshini, every individual has got different risk appetite. When Priyadarshini will start earning, when Chaitra will start earning, when Shailashri will start earning, all will have different risk appetite. Why and how? Shailashri, because your income will be different. You will be earning different money. Priyadarshini might be earning different amount. Chaitra might be earning different. So your income will be different. Plus your liabilities and family obligation will also be different. You might have got some lot of liabilities. Priyadarshini might be free from all such liabilities. Chaitra might have got lesser liability. It do happen. So every individual has got different risk appetite. And my dear young participant, you must take your investment decision strictly as per your risk appetite. And one more thing, Priyadarshini, here, your risk appetite is not a constant factor in your life. No, it is not a constant factor, Shailashri. It will keep changing according to your age. When you are young, you can take high risk. When you become mature, you cross 40, your risk appetite has become little bit lesser. But Shailashri, when you will cross 50, 55, your risk appetite will literally be zero. So those who are young, and I want to emphasize here, young participants, your students, Priyadarshini and Shailashri and Chaitra and all, those who are young must think of taking risk, in their investment, but the risk has to be strictly as per your risk appetite, number one. And secondly, it has to be strictly, it has to be calculated. There should not be a blind risk. We must not take blind risk. We must take calculated risk. And calculated risk simply means that I have waived my risk appetite and all other factors while taking an investment decision. So first thing we have to think is, what is my risk appetite? Second thing is, time horizon of investment we have to think about. And unfortunately, I don't know whether if faculty members are available here or not, or all students have joined.
Yes, sir, the faculty members are available.
Okay, thank you, thank you. Unfortunately, time horizon of investment, Chaitra ma'am, we don't give credence to this factor, which is otherwise very important. And for that, just to make you understand, Chaitra ma'am, I will request you to kindly give me 1 hour next Sunday. Will you give me one hour, ma'am?
Definitely, sir, definitely.
Don't worry, I'm not coming to your home. But still I want 1 hour from your side.
Definitely.
Next Sunday, please sit with your all family members. Request all your family members to be with you. Sit with them. Take one paper and discuss what are the major milestones happening in your life. Discuss with them. Then on the paper, make 3 columns. First column, second column, and third column. In the first column, Chaitra ma'am, jot down what are the major milestones in your life. And normally speaking, what are the major milestones in a middle class, salary class person? Chaitra ma'am, number 1, marriage. Marriage is the first milestone in our life. Normally. Then afterwards, birth of the children, celebration, naturally, again, very, very important milestone. Then after some time, every family think of having their own house. Naturally, every family will wish to have their own house. Then every family will wish to have their own 4-wheeler if they don't have so far. Then after some time, nowadays a new milestone is common in young generation, Chaitra ma'am, which was not in my time at least. That is going on vacation. It is also important. Every family wants to go on vacation. You are in Tamil Nadu, and definitely you wish to go to Maharashtra, Gujarat, Rajasthan, and Goa, other Kerala, and not only in India, Switzerland. Naturally, every family will wish to go for vacation as well. So vacation has also become very important milestone. Then after some years, Chaitra ma'am, when your children are grown up, what is next milestone? Most important milestone in middle class, salary class person life is higher education and professional education of children. That is very important. Your students must be in this phase. Their children, their parents are being taking care of their studies. So higher education and professional education of children is also one of the important milestone. After that, Chaitra ma'am, once their education is over, what is the next? Marriage of the children. Naturally, we will think of marriage of the children. And last and very important thing is living in retirement life. That is also very, very important. I don't know, Chaitra ma'am, in your college, pension is there, but most of the colleges now, government institution pension is not there. Pension is not there. So how people will survive in retirement life? Because in retirement life, typically what will happen? We will not be getting salary which we are getting today. So how we will survive? So for retirement life, what normally people do, Chaitra ma'am, they accumulate money and they get some superannuation benefit when they get retired. They club all those money, invest somewhere, get some regular return, and they survive on their monthly income. It is a normal course people do, normally. So in the first column, Chaitra ma'am, jot down all the milestones in your life. If I have missed something, you can add on. I am giving it to you. Add on whatever you want in the first column, your milestone. In the second column, against each milestone, now start putting the period when they are likely to happen in your life. An idea only. Precisely, of course, it will not be possible. But just an idea. Suppose somebody say that I am not married and I am likely to be married after 2 years. Put it 2 years against marriage. Likewise, 2 year, 3 year, 5 year, 10 year, 15 year, 20 year, 25 year, 30 year. Start putting the period against each milestone and again estimate only, Chitra ma'am. Precisely, of course, it will not be possible. And now the third column, very important thing. Start putting the money you will need for each milestone. What money you will need for each milestone. Suppose somebody says that I will need, I'm not married, but I'm likely to be married after 2 years and I will need minimum 5 lakhs for honeymoon package because all other expenses will be taken care of by parents. Okay, put it 5 lakhs against marriage. Likewise, start putting the money, marriage, purchase of house, car, vacation, is all these things. Two important milestones I want to discuss with all of you, which you must understand. Shailashri, even at this age, I don't know whether you will laugh at me, sir, what you are talking about retirement, all these things. I'm a student only. Why you are talking retirement to me? Just to make you understand the importance of these aspects in your life. That is why we are discussing here, even when you are not earning. So, Chitra ma'am, I have just mentioned that higher education and professional education of children is one of the most important milestones in our life. Chitra ma'am, can you tell me, an MBA degree from a reputed institution, how much it will cost today? How much it will cost?
Minimum 5 lakhs.
5 lakhs is the minimum. If you go to IIMs and other big institutions, ma'am, it will be not less than 15 to 20 lakhs, including everything. Including everything. Transportation, communication, hostel, everything. So it will be around 20 lakhs today for a good MBA degree from a reputed institution. Chitra ma'am, have you ever imagined what MBA degree will cost after 25 years when your children will go for higher education? Have you ever, the MBA degree which is costing today 20 lakhs, Chitra ma'am, will cost not less than 2 crore rupees after 25 years because of inflation. So if you have 2 children, then you will need to have 4 crore rupees only for the higher education and professional education of children. Put it 4 crore against the higher education of children. Then marry the children, not less than 1 crore at that time. Then last one is retirement life. Chitra ma'am, suppose, of course, I should not dare it, but just for example, I am sharing that suppose your age is 30. Of course, I should not mention the age of any lady, but I am daring it. Suppose you are 30 today and you say that your monthly expenses are 30,000. You are managing your affairs with 30,000. But Chitra ma'am, after 30 years when you become 60, have you imagined what will be your monthly expenses? Because of inflation, it will be not less than 2 lakh rupees per month. For the same standard of living, no extra manja, Chitra ma'am, same standard of living, you will need at the time of retirement 2 lakh rupees per month. Means 24 lakhs around 1 year, in a year. 2 multiplied by 12 comes 24 lakhs. So 25 lakhs you will need every year in the first year of retirement itself. So and of course income will not be there, salary will not be there. So what money you should accumulate for your retirement life? That is called technically retirement corpus. What retirement corpus you should develop? Yes, there is a thumb rule, Chitra ma'am. Your retirement corpus should be minimum 20 times of your annual expenses. Minimum 20 times of your annual expenses. If means 25 lakhs multiplied by 20. What will become, Chitra ma'am? 5 crore rupees. You will need to have a retirement corpus of not less than 5 crore rupees to live retirement life comfortably. Make it 5 crore against retirement. Now I want you to be scary, Chitra ma'am. Make the total of the last column and you will be surprised a normal middle class salary class person who is 30 today, around 30 today, will need not less than 10 to 12 crore rupees for their milestones only. Only for their milestones. I have excluded, Chaitra ma'am, your monthly expenses from 38 to 60, that I have excluded. Only for milestone, you will need 10 to 12 crore rupees. From where it will come? I know Chaitra ma'am is very lucky. Amitabh Bachchan has started a new show, KBC, and she will be going there, winning 7.5 crore rupees. But what about others? You might win. What about the other lakhs and crores of the middle class, salary class person? Yes, now I want to give them confidence. You all can have 10 to 12 crore rupees in your life for your milestone, Chatra ma'am, provided you start working on your saving and investment right from today. Right from today, you have to work very hard on your savings. You must start saving. You must keep increasing your saving every year, minimum by 10%. You must increase your investment every year. That is possible. And through that process, we all can have 10 to 12 crore rupees your life. And Chatra ma'am, the chart which we have just prepared, first column, second column, and third column, what it is called? It is called financial plan. It is called financial plan. And every family must have their financial plan, including you. Every family must have financial plan. Why? Why? Because financial plan, Chitra ma'am, crystallize our goals in our life. What money we will need at what time for what purpose. Broadly, it will be clear before us. So I will request all of your faculty members, those who are young particularly, please prepare a financial plan of your family. And even students, they should understand what is the importance of financial plan. And one more thing I want to tell here, that is eighth wonder of the world with regard to investment, Chitra ma'am. That is called rule of compounding. Rule of compounding is eighth wonder of the world. It's a magic. And what is rule of compounding in investment, Chitra ma'am? Very simply speaking, you have to make a promise with yourself. You have to make a promise that whatever and whenever I earn some return on my investment, I will never use that return or income for my personal consumption, for my celebration, or for other my family obligation. But I will simply do whenever I get it, Chitra ma'am, may it be 5,000, may it be 5 lakhs. Whenever I get any return on my investment, I will simply club that return with my regular investment, which I am making out of my salary, and reinvest it. And if you do it, if you do this practice for 15, 20 years, Chitra ma'am, I can give you confidence to all of you, if magic will happen in your life. Because rule of compounding will start playing in multiplying your money. But Chitra ma'am, it will be happening not today, not tomorrow. It will be happening after 10, 15, 20 years. So please do religiously follow rule of compounding in your investment. Never use your return or income on investment for personal consumption or for family obligations. Keep reinvesting it and club it with your regular income and do it. And this is a magic. Now in the last portion, about 15-20 minutes, Chitra ma'am, we will discuss what are the products available for investment, because that is equally important. We must know what are the products available for the middle class, salary class person, where we can invest. And the first category of investment product, Chitra ma'am, is governmental small saving schemes. This is the first category where we can think of investing our money or saving. And among the governmental saving scheme, the first one and the foremost one is Public Provident Fund Account, PPF. I don't know whether, Chitra ma'am, you are serving here, so have you opened a PPF account or not? But if you have not done it, you have missed something. Every middle class, salary class person who is earning, Shalishri, you go to your parents today and discuss with them whether they have opened a public provident fund account or not, PPF account. It can be opened with any bank or post office. It is a scheme for 15 years. Minimum amount you can deposit is 500 rupees in a year, and maximum amount you can deposit is 1.50 lakhs. This is the maximum limit in a year. And even today, the rate of interest is 7.10%. And this interest is compounding every year, Chaitra ma'am. Every year it is compounding. So if possible, if you have not opened a PPF account, those who are already earning must open a PPF account at the earliest opportunity. And students must also understand, Shailashri and Priyadarshini, when you start earning, in the first 6 months itself, you should open a PPF account with any bank or post office. And this is, of course, a scheme of 15 years, Chaitra ma'am, but it can be extended beyond 15 years. And you should not close it. Because even after 15 years, you can extend it for another 5 years, another 5 years, and another 5 years. So you can do it. So PPF account is a very good Government of India scheme where a normal middle class, salary class person, and tax exemption is also allowed, Chaitra ma'am, under Section 80C. Whatever you deposit under in PPF is allowed under Section 80C of the income tax. Tax deduction is also allowed. Second scheme in Government of India saving scheme is National Saving Certificate. Sorry, I don't have time, so I will not give the details of each scheme. But those who are interested can simply note it down and get the details from Google and websites. Everything is available now. The second one is National Saving Certificate. And third one is Kisan Vikas Patra. Kisan Vikas Patra. And a very unique scheme for the girl child. Chaitra, I don't know whether you are aware of or not. A very unique scheme for the girl child is on. That is government. And the scheme name, Shailashri, is Sukanya Samriddhi Yojana. Shailashri, when you go to the home today, discuss with your parents, discuss with your brother, discuss with your sister if they are married. And if they have a girl child at home whose age is below 10, because beyond 10, Chaitra ma'am, account can't be open. So a girl child at home below 10 years, you must open her a Sukanya Samriddhi account, and minimum amount you can deposit is 250 rupees in a year. Maximum amount is 1.50 lakhs. And Chaitra ma'am, Government of India is still giving 7.40% interest, which is the highest one. Which is the highest one in this scheme, because this scheme is basically made for education and marriage of the girl child. The government want to empower girls. That is why this scheme has been. So please do open those families who have a girl child at home and age of whom are below 10 must think of opening a Sukanya Samriddhi Yojana. Then RBI also keep issuing bonds, Chaitra ma'am. Reserve Bank of India keep issuing bonds, taxable bond and tax-free bonds. You can also invest some of your money in RBI bonds. Then Government of India also takes loan from you. Government, by selling government securities, you can invest some of their money, and for that purpose, RBI has recently started a portal, a recent website, Chaitra ma'am. The name is RBI Retail Central. RBI Retail Central is a portal recently launched by the RBI for government securities investment by the general public. Then Government of India, big corporates also keep issuing infrastructure bonds or developmental bonds. Railway, SIDBI, National Highway Authority, they are all keep issuing bonds for the public, raising loan from the public for infrastructure needs of the country, where you can also invest. And so all these are under the umbrella of governmental small saving scheme. And Chaitra ma'am, I personally feel that a normal middle class, salary class person should invest not less than 15 to 20% of their total investment in governmental small saving scheme. Now, after that, and the beauty of the governmental small saving scheme, Chatra ma'am, is there is no risk at all. Whatever government has promised you, government will give you interest. When your scheme matures, government will give you maturity amount with full money. So there is no risk at all. So governmental saving, small savings may not give you extraordinary return, but at the same time, they are risk-free without any risk. So please do consider governmental small saving scheme for some of your investments. Then whatever other investment product, Chatra ma'am, available in the market, all have got risk. Please now do understand, all have got risk now. But one thing I want to tell you here, you must not put all your money or savings into one investment product. Then you will be putting yourself into danger, because if suppose that scheme doesn't work out, then you will be losing all your money. So the better way is spread your savings into different schemes. Develop a basket of investments where you should invest your money in different schemes, so that automatic balancing of your risk and as well as return will be there. So the second product available in the market, Chatra ma'am, is real estate or property where we can invest. But again, real estate risk is there. Whether how much property prices will fluctuate or move, we don't know. Whether would we be able to sell the property when we need the money, not sure. What will be the return, not sure. Then maintenance cost of the property and acquisition cost of the property is also very high. But you can invest, and top of it, Chatra ma'am, for property investment, you will need huge money. You can't invest in 5 lakh or 10 lakh rupees. You will need 50 lakhs, 70 lakhs, 1 crore, 2 crore. Only then you can invest in property. Then other product available in the market for investment, and I am confident that Chatra ma'am will have a smile on her face when I talk about that product. What is that, ma'am? Gold. When I talk about gold, Chatra ma'am will definitely smile. And not only Chatra ma'am, all female participants will smile. Arey Baba, gold, no problem at all. Whatever gold, as much as gold, no problem. Shalishri is also smiling. Of course, she may not be able to get the gold at this stage. But every female in our family are passionate about gold. But Chatra ma'am, historically, we have been investing in gold through physical form only. We are purchasing jewelry, we are purchasing biscuits. But now the time has changed, Veera Kumari ma'am. Time has changed a lot. Now you can invest you can invest your money in digital gold, Chatra ma'am. Now digital gold investment is also available. And for that, Veera Kumari ma'am, I just want to mention here the Government of India scheme, no private scheme, Chatra ma'am. That name is Sovereign Gold Bond Scheme. Sharashri, note it down the name of the scheme, and today when you discuss, go to home and tell your mother about this scheme. Sovereign Gold Bond Scheme. Very good scheme of the Government of India, where we can invest minimum 1 gram gold price, Chatra ma'am, and maximum limit is 4 kg gold. We can invest up to 4 kg gold. The scheme is for 8 years. And there are 2 benefits in the scheme, Chatra ma'am. First is, Government of India will give you 2.5% return. That is interest. 2.5% interest on your investment in sovereign gold bond scheme. Suppose you have invested, Chaitra ma'am, 1 lakh rupees. So 2,500 rupees every year you will get at interest. Guaranteed, fixed. Then apart from this, whatever is the appreciation in the gold price, Chaitra ma'am, suppose today gold price is 50,000 10 gram. And after 8 years, gold price goes to 80,000 10 gram. Then Chaitra ma'am, government will give you 80,000 10 gram price. So the appreciation in the gold price will also be given to you apart from 2.5% interest. So sovereign gold bond is a very good scheme of the government of India, and it is a digital. No need to go to any bank, Chaitra ma'am. You can online invest it. And when you invest online, government is also give you 50 rupees discount. This is additional third benefit. If you are investing online, that government will give you 50 rupees discount as well. But if for some reason you are not able to invest digitally, then definitely you can go to the bank or post office and open an account in sovereign gold bond and start investing in that gold scheme also. Last scheme is share market, security market where we can invest. And Shaileshri and all young participants, I think you must understand the importance of share market. Of course, share market has got high risk. And Chaitra ma'am, I know a lot of people, you might be one of them, who say, "Arey no, Baba, no, share market is sheer speculation. We don't know how market goes up, how market goes down. We don't want to invest because it is sheer speculation." Normally, people do have this mindset. Yes, share market is not speculative, but market is dependent upon a lot of other factors. So movement in the market will always be there, Chaitra ma'am. But Chaitra ma'am, you must, and Shaileshri, you must be aware, share market has given highest return among all investment products. Chaitra ma'am, share market has given 15% average return during last 35 years, which no product has given. 15% average annual return, not regular return. Some year it might be 20%, some year might be even 5%. But average return is 15%. So share market is a technical subject, so I don't want to take much of your time. But next time, Chaitra ma'am, if your students are interested, we will have a technical session on security market for students, where we will discuss in detail about the security market, what security market is, what is primary market, what is secondary market, what is listing of the companies, what is SEBI, what is NSE, what is BSE. Your student must be aware about all these things. So next time we will take a dedicated session on share market. But there is an indirect way of investment into share market, Chaitra ma'am, that is called mutual fund. Mutual fund is an indirect way of investing into share market. And mutual fund is nothing, Chaitra ma'am. It is simply you are giving money to the experts. You are not directly investing it. You are giving your money to the Shaileshri. You must understand very carefully what I am saying, not to you, but all students. So mutual fund is nothing but indirectly you are giving your savings to the experts to invest in security market and beyond and return for you. So it is an indirect way of investing. Why we are not directly investing, Chaitra ma'am? Because we don't have knowledge, because we don't have time. That is why we are giving our money to the mutual fund experts, those who are technically called fund managers. So we are giving our money to them. There are three major categories of mutual fund scheme. And Shaileshri, you must understand. First is equity fund. Professor Prem Latha ma'am has also joined now. So thank you ma'am for joining program. There are three major categories of mutual fund schemes, Chaitra ma'am. First is equity fund. And Shalshri, equity fund simply means, equity fund is simply means you are giving your money to the fund manager for investment into the equity share of the corporates. Your money will be invested into the equity share of the corporates, mind it. And when your money is invested, and Chaitra ma'am, you must be aware, equity fund share prices always go up and down, always go up and down. Always go up and down. There is no security in mutual fund. One chat box message, is there any security? No, no security is there, no guarantee is there. I want to make it very clear. Risk is there, but my dear participants, Shaleshri, you must be aware, more risk, more reward. This is the basic rule of economics. If you take high risk, then the probability of get high return is there, but there is no guarantee at all. I want to make it very clear. So in equity fund, your money will be invested into the equity share of the corporate, which has got high risk, but high rewarding as well. And Chaitra ma'am, most of the equity fund during last 10 years have rewarded more than 15% average return. Most of the equity funds during last 10 years. Again, average only, not regular. So equity fund, Shalshri, is meant for the young people like you, those who are below 40, and those who can take risk, and those who can invest for longer period. Minimum time horizon, Chaitra ma'am, should be 5 years. If your investment horizon is less than 5 years, and if you are below 40, and if you can take risk, then equity fund is a better proposition for you. But Rajeshwari ma'am, those who don't want to take high risk, naturally there will be people like Rajeshwari ma'am, because of age factor, she may not be in a position to take high risk. So those who don't want to take high risk, but are satisfied with the reasonable return, then the second category of mutual fund is there, Rajeshwari ma'am, that is called debt fund, DEBT, debt fund. In debt fund, Rajeshwari ma'am, your savings will be given as a loan to the corporates. It will not be invested, Chaitra ma'am, into equity shares. Please understand the difference. Difference is very clear. In equity fund, your money will be invested into the equities, Shalshri. But in debt fund, your money will be invested, will be given as a loan to the corporates where risk is lesser. But Chaitra ma'am, again, return might also be moderate. No extraordinary return you should expect. And third category of the mutual fund broadly is hybrid fund, Rajeshwari ma'am. In hybrid fund, Rajeshwari ma'am want to get some high return, but at the same time want to balance her risk. So hybrid fund is the better choice for her, because in hybrid fund, Chaitra ma'am, some of your money will go to the equity fund and some of your money will go to the debt fund. So you are balancing your risk with the expectation of little bit high return. So those who wish to expect a little bit high return, but don't want to expose them to the full risk, then hybrid fund is a better proposition. And the best route for investment in mutual fund, my dear participant, I want your attention for next 5 minutes, particularly young participants, Shaleshri, and all young students, and even Chaitra ma'am and all young faculty members even. Of course, Rajeshwari ma'am is equally young. I'm not saying that she is not young. All are young. We are all young. But I'm talking young in the sense of age only. Those who are below 40. The best magic for the middle class, salary class person of investment in mutual fund, Shaleshri, is SIP, systematic investment plan. Chaitra ma'am, I again repeat, systematic investment plan, SIP. It is a route of investment. In every scheme you can invest, in equity fund, debt fund, or even in hybrid fund. SIP is a simply recurring account, Chaitra ma'am, You might have opened a recurring account with the bank and post offices. So SIP is a recurring investment. Regularly we are investing. And the minimum amount you can start SIP Shalishri is 500 rupees. And I will urge all your students, particularly Shalishri, Priyadarshini, I don't know where others have gone. I will request all of them start an SIP of 500 rupees out of your pocket money, Shalishri. And of course, Chitra ma'am can do much more than that. Start SIP of even 500 rupees out of your pocket money. Start investing in a good index fund or a long-term fund, long-term equity fund. By the time, Shalishri, when you will start earning down the line after 3-4 years, by that time you will be able to know everything about the mutual fund. You will have reasonable experience by that time. So SIP is a magic, Chitra ma'am, where we regularly invest for the longer period. Once we start, Chitra ma'am, your SIP should continue minimum for 10, 15, 20 years to get the magic of SIP. And I want to give you an example. Factual example. It is not a story I am telling you. Factual example, but I will not name the scheme or I will not name the AMC mutual fund company because that will be unfair marketing of them. But facts are there. Note it down very carefully. Shalishri. I don't know, Rajeshwari ma'am has stopped her video, but I take her name only. One equity fund was started in 1995 by a mutual fund company. Chitra ma'am, note down the dates and very important an amount. In 1995, an equity fund was started by a mutual fund company. Then Rajeshwari ma'am, she was quite young at that time. Of course, she is still, but at that time she was quite young. She started an SIP of 10,000 rupees. Means every month she was investing 10,000 rupees out of her savings to that scheme. Right, Shalishri, note down the dates. Right from 1995, she has been investing 10,000 rupees every month in that scheme. And typically what happens, Chitra ma'am, during this period from 1995 to 2022, market might have gone 100 times, market might have come down 100 times. Because moment of the market is the basic, market will always go up and down, always. Please understand it. Don't be afraid of the market movement. Market will behave like this only. Sometime market will go up, sometime market will go down. But Rajeshwari ma'am never stopped her SIP, Chitra ma'am. This is the crux of her success. Normally, what happens when market goes up, people start investing. Or Baba, I'm getting good profit and all these things. When market goes down, they get scary. Oh, I might lose my money. They withdraw their SIP, they withdraw their investment. And that's a blunder they do, which Rajeshwari ma'am did not do. She continued, Shalishri, understand it very carefully. She continuously is investing 10,000 rupees every month, irrespective of the movement of the market. And you know, Chitra ma'am, what money she has got now, what is the corpus of her investment now? Of course, Rajeshwari ma'am will not tell you now, but I can tell her corpus. She has got now a corpus of 9.57 crore. 9.57 crore. Shalishri, that is magic of SIP. But again, 2-3 things. You have to continue with the SIP for longer period. You must start SIP at the beginning of your career. And now top-up facility, Chitra ma'am, is also available in mutual fund, in SIP. Suppose you started SIP with 1,000 rupees. Next month, you can give a mandate that it can be 1,200 rupees. Third year, it may be 1,500 rupees. You can top it up. You can keep increasing your SIP. That will give you added benefit. And SIP is a magic. And I know, Chitra ma'am, lot of my friends, young friends like you, have started not one SIP, but more than one SIP. That is target-oriented SIP. One SIP for going on vacation, one SIP for purchase of house, one SIP for higher education of children, one SIP for marriage of children, and one more SIP for retirement plan. So people can have more than one SIP. Normally people are having 5, 7, 8 even SIPs. And because that is target oriented SIP, you are investing as per your target. Because Chitra ma'am, you will need 4 crore rupees after 25 years for higher education of children. From where it will come? Start investing right from today. And now on the websites, Shalshri, SIP calculators are available. Suppose Chitra ma'am says that I will need 4 crore rupees after 25 years for my children's education. Put in 4 crore rupees target, put the period 25 years. SIP calculator, Chitra ma'am will give you idea how much SIP you should start today. So SIP is a magic for middle class, salary class person. And I will request even your students, of course, Chitra ma'am is a must. But even for students, you should think of starting an SIP out of your pocket money. Because by the time you start earning, you have fair idea how mutual fund and SIP works. Second unique feature of mutual fund, Chitra ma'am, is SWP. I have just mentioned SIP. Now SWP means systematic withdrawal plan. It was systematic investment plan. It is opposite of it. And basically it is meant for your retirement life. Suppose Chitra ma'am, you have been smart enough and you have accumulated 5 crore rupees after 30 years and you are going to retire. There is no income, other income. Salary will also not come in your bank account after retirement. How to live life as you have been living? Simple formula is there. First, you must have a huge retirement corpus. That is a precondition, Chitra ma'am. Suppose you have developed a corpus of 5 crore rupees. You can simply write a one-line mail to the mutual fund company where you have a corpus. Next month onwards, please keep transferring 2 lakh rupees from my corpus to my bank account on first. And they will do it. Because ultimately it is your money. But what will be the first benefit, Chitra ma'am? You will get 2 lakh rupees in your bank account on first itself. You will continue to enjoy your life which you are enjoying hitherto. So, and second benefit is whatever remaining corpus with them will continuing in investing and you are earning interest on return on it. So down the line after 10 years, if you want to increase from 2 lakhs to 2.50 lakhs or 3 lakhs, you can easily do it. So SWP is a facility for living retirement life comfortably, but precondition is very clear. You have to accumulate a huge retirement corpus. Last 2 things I want to request Chitra ma'am and Rajeshwari ma'am, if you can open your videos for next 2 minutes. Rajeshwari ma'am also please, and Prem Latha ma'am. Last 2 minutes only. Chitra ma'am, there is a menace in our country which is called Ponzi scheme, chit fund and committees. People do come to you promising doubling your money in 4 years, giving you 15% return. All these are all bogus, fraud. I'm using a very harsh word for them, Chitra ma'am. They are all fraud. They will never make your money double. They will never give you high return. They will simply vanish with your money because they don't have any model. So I will request all participants and Shalshri and all students, when today they go home back, discuss with your parents that they must not invest their hard-earned money in Ponzi scheme, chit fund and committee. And of course, majority of investor in such a scheme, Chitra ma'am, is not you, not educated person, but who? Those who are not so educated class of the society, or your maid servant, your peon, your taxi wala, your auto driver, your rickshaw wala, your sabji vendor, your vegetable vendor. Basically, they people invest. In such bogus scheme because of lack of knowledge, and greed. They think that their money will be double in 3-4 years, which is not going to happen at all, Mr. Hari Kumar, never. So I will request all of you, and particularly Chitra ma'am and all faculty members, please start a campaign in your area. Take the help of your students. Try to reach out as much as people you can and try to make them aware, make them alert that they should never put their hard-earned money in Ponzi scheme, chit fund and committees, because ultimately they are going to lose it. And if they don't know anything, Chatra ma'am, they should simply put their money in bank and post offices. At least their money will be safe. And Priyadarshini, please go and discuss with your parents today when you go home. And this is a very, very important thing. And lastly, I want to make a promise with all of you, and rather I wish to seek a promise from Priyadarshini and Shelshri. Now Jerry Weston, she has joined in a different name, I think. So I want to make a promise from all of you, and that promise, Priyadarshini, is prosperity is your right. It is your right. We have to be prosper. It is your right. It is your fundamental right. We have to be prosper. We have to live in prosperity. Chatra ma'am, it might have happened with few of them that we might have born into a poor family. It might have happened that some of us might have born into a poor family. Birth in a poor family is not a curse. Please do understand. Birth in a poor family is not a curse at all. But at the same time, living as poor and die as poor, Chatra ma'am, Priyadarshini and Shaleshri and Mr. Hari Kumar and all participants, is a curse which we all can avoid by taking an informed decision, by managing our money right from the day in such a manner that we earn good return on an investment, create wealth and be prosper. Thank you very much. God bless you all. Purana Sahab, namaskar. Yes. Now any question from any
जी, उन्होंने मेरे को अनम्यूट कर दिया सर. वेरी गुड मॉर्निंग.
Very good morning to all of you. Very good. बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद आपका. Yes. Now any question from any participant? Chatra ma'am, I
Yes,
would
sir.
be happy.
Yes,
And
sir.
if you have got any question, just raise their hand, and we will unmute them.
Yes, sir. There's a question from one of the participants that what are the 3 best stocks to get regular dividends for students?
No. Nobody can give this list of 3 stocks. No, don't go in such illusion. There are no sub golden scripts, because today I tell you one thing. Today some stocks might be gold, but tomorrow they become a junk. Tomorrow it become a junk. So nobody can give you a list or ideal list of 3 stocks. And please come out of this.
Thank you, sir. And the other question is, can you throw some light on buying of shares and in that private or public company would be more beneficiary?
It is one and same thing now. It is one and because they are all regulated by the regulator, and all are at the same footing. They have to follow the same regulation. They all come under private under the same regulation. So that distinction of public and private is no more valid now.
Okay, sir. And the other question is, could you please differentiate between IPO and FPO?
Yes, of course, it is a technical thing, and I intentionally avoided all technical things. IPO simply means initial public offering. When a company first time goes to offer their share to the public, it is called IPO. I again repeat, first time offering of their share to the public. But after some time, when company again goes, the same company again gone for offering their share to the public, it is called follow-up public offering, FPO. So IPO is the first for the first time, and FPO is the second or third time.
Okay, sir. Shall we move to the next question, sir?
Yeah.
what is the future prospects of rates? The starting SIP price begins with 1,000. As a student, how can I invest accordingly?
You start investing 10,000 rupees through SIP in a good index fund or a large cap fund to begin with. And forget it. Continue it for 10, 15 years. That's all. Firstly. Secondly, keep increasing your SIP when you start earning. Maybe from 10,000 to 1,500 to 2,000 to 2,500 to 3,000. So start something. Actually, Jerry Westin, unfortunately, we Indians have a typical habit. We talk too much, we discuss too much, we advise too much, but we don't execute the things, even things which we feel proper and right. So please start executing something. Please start doing something.
Okay. And the next question is from Jerry Baston. I'm investing in SIP model in Access Small Cap Fund Direct Growth. Because of the sudden increase in the inflation rate in USA recently, my portfolio as well as my mutual fund died down, and naturally my mutual fund mode being a small cap one, I face more loss. Considering this situation, should I have to switch my small cap fund to mid cap or to blue chip, or should I have to stay in this and diversify my investment instead? I'm ready to bear the risk that may occur, sir. That's why I opted for the small cap fund. But after this incident, I'm actually not stable about the same.
Actually, yourself is telling that you have incurred some losses. Small cap funds have got higher risk. Please do understand. And since you are informed investor, you must have started with taking this risk in mind. So small cap has got high risk. But to balance your risk, I will suggest personally, shift some of your investment from small cap to flexi cap funds. In flexi cap funds, mutual fund manager have maneuvering power to invest your money as per the cycle of the market. So some of your money you can switch from, if you wish, from small cap to flexi cap or large cap.
Thank you, sir. And the next question is, how mutual fund is the security one? Please explain in short.
No security at all. It is no security at all. So there is no need of explaining it. In mutual fund, there is no security. But potentiality of higher return for a longer period is there. So please don't go for security. In mutual fund, and for that matter, security market as well, nobody can give you security or for that matter guarantee, my dear participants. Please don't have any illusion about it. Risk is there, but potentiality of higher return is also there. It is up to you to decide.
Okay, sir. And the last question is, considering the current market situation, as a student, should we have to move to long-term investment or short-term investment?
Absolutely, you have given answer yourself. You have to be a long-term investor. You are a student only, my dear friend. So you must think of investing for next 15, 20 years. And one more thing, I want to tell all the students, please do understand and listen to me very carefully. My personal opinion. Next 25 years are going to be golden period of Indian economy. But only who will get benefit? Those who invest. You have to be investor. Please please become an investor, because the fruit of the growth of the country, economic growth of the country, will be available only to those who will invest their money. That's all.
Thank you so much, sir, for patiently answering the questions.
Thank you very much. God bless you all for giving me opportunity. And I hope the session has been found useful by the participants. I want Chaitra ma'am to give her observation about the session. Then we can wind it up.
I consider it a great privilege, sir, listening from you. Today, I would say my words are not enough to express my great gratitude towards you. On behalf of School of Law, Satyabhama Institute of Science and Technology, I would like to thank you, the chief guest, Mr. Suryakant Yadav, Senior Consultant, Association of Mutual Funds in India, who spared his time and giving us in his busy schedule, also giving us time to discuss on this very important topic. Today we had an opportunity to hear your thoughts, sir, and this is surely going to encourage our future students to invest into good time, invest their money into in a good way. And we would also look forward for you to see in the future events. I would like to thank our respected Dean, Dr. Dilshad Sheikh, School of Law, Satyabhama Institute of Science and Technology, uh, for giving us this opportunity to organize this event. And I would also extend my thanks to Ms. Pujashri Ma'am, Assistant Professor, for extending a warm welcome to this gathering. I am very grateful to all the participants who have attended the webinar. I surely do hope that this proved to be extremely fruitful. Once again, thank you all, and thank you, sir, for giving your time.
On my behalf and on behalf of Amfi, I am thankful to all of you, particularly your faculty members, your students, and all participants who have spared their time to be with me. And if you have find this useful, this is my satisfying point only. And I will request all your students to go deeper into the subject, because nothing can be learned in 2-hour session. You will appreciate with me. It is just the beginning. It is just the beginning, but we will go a long way. We will have a continued relationship with you as well. We will keep coming to your college as well. And we will keep organizing programs on different topics which will be beneficial to your students. So I'm thankful to all of you, particularly your faculty members. And of course, special thanks goes to Mr. Sabjar Ahmed for organizing and coordinating the event with you. Thank you very much, Mr. Sabjar.
Thank you, sir. Thank you a lot.
Yeah, Dr. Lalita has raised hand. Yes, ma'am. Okay, thank you very much now. God bless you all.